Hey guys, Mordecai here. It's been a while since I made a video. I've been pretty busy with moving and repairing and all kinds of stuff. It's just been nuts. But anyways, um, I had time to play with the Ghoul update, and there's a few things I like about it, a few things I don't. In this particular video, I wasn't going to go over all the Ghoul specifics, but I'm going to compare two specific builds. Uh, it's basically ever since the raid came out what I wanted to do with conductors, but conductors wasn't working. But now that it is, uh, this is basically the build that I wanted in the first place. So I'm going to try it as a ghoul, and then I'm going to try it as a human. So let's give it a test here. So as a ghoul, the overeaters doesn't work because you can't, you don't have a hunger bar as a ghoul. So your best option is going to be vanguards. So this full set is going to be vanguards. Let me repair it. There. Now that my sloppy unkept armor is repaired, they're both going to be the same second, third, and fourth star. We're going to have agility to keep my AP pool high, and some people think that powered is going to be the best option, but when you're trying to have as infinite VATS as possible, it's better to have a higher AP pool because it restores based on a percentage. So if you have a higher pool, then the percentage is higher of how much it replaces each time you crit. Through hikers, because it combines through hikers and traveling pharmacy, so I don't have to, it frees up that card slot, and I don't really need to be any tankier than what I am. So and then limit breaking, because, and I've covered this before in previous videos, but all you need is 15 luck. I've got 14 here, but let me make a team here. 18 luck. So all you need is 15 luck, as long as you have a full set of limit breakers, and you can crit every other shot. Otherwise, you need, I think it's 33. So we've got this on Vulcan, and the weapon that we're using, the weapon that we're using is going to be a Furious, faster fire rate, VATS optimized conductors, and of course we've got the good mods, non-legendary mods in there: calibrated capacitor, sticking core receptacle, and accelerated nozzle on both of these. They're both the same, and I'll go over the reason for that when I fight the boss. We're gonna get well tuned. Now this is going to be just for the AP refresh rate when, if we do run out of AP. It'll help it come back faster, but hopefully this is something we don't really need. Alright, so before we start this, I'll go over the cards here. So this is going to be a lot of the same, but some different things. So we're Ghoul. This is going to stay the same. The heavy gunner cards, lock and load. Don't really need blocker for this, but I don't know, whatever you feel like putting on. Barbarian's kind of nice now. It's doubled when not wearing armor, but it still works based on your strength. I really want to try that out because you can cripple, and I think that might work well in this shield. But anyways, concentrated fire, focus fire to gain high accuracy, 3% damage per shot. So we don't really need anything in perception. See here. Our perception's at 9. I think it is you need 5, and you can automatically target appendages and VATS. So we don't really need concentrated fire for that. But endurance is where a lot of major changes. All the endurance cards that you did need, or that help out, I mean, like Iron Stomach. Let's see here. Where's the good one here? Thirst Quencher, increased max AP based on endurance while not diseased. You can't put that on. But we got Ironclad. I could only afford 2-star. 20% more protection, double if wearing a matching set, which we are. Bullet Shield, fireproof, starch jeans, glowing out. So irradiated food and drink grants 300% more rads. Inspirational, strange in numbers. Oh, actually, I don't really need inspirational here. That was for when I was farming for XP. Tenderizer, so each attack makes your target take increased damage. United Ordeal. This is great. It's like a free mini unyielding if you have another ghoul on your team. You got +3 to all special stats. That's not going to help us this particular round. Power User, Stabilize, batteries included. Science Monster. While you have glow, gain 15% bonus damage for 10 seconds upon getting hit. Now this one is pretty much going to stay the same no matter what. Action Boy, Gunslinger, Gunslinger Expert, Gorilla, Gorilla Expert, Gorilla Master. Pretty much everything but Gunslinger Master because that's reverse Onslaught. Fighter Criticals, Ricochet, Critical Savvy, Junk Shield. I use Good with Salt. Faulty Spots, weak point damage is increased by 15%, and glowing criticals. When your glow is high, gain 50% bonus critical damage in VATS. Now, I feel like this should help a lot to make a case for the Ghoul Infinite AP build, but we'll find out. So let's reload. Alright, we're full. So I'm not going to bother refilling my glow bar at the moment, but I will get it set up for that, and I'll explain why. So I'm going to take some Blight Soup to get the 100% crit damage. And might as well take Company T on both. Now this isn't necessary, but we'll take some Overdrive. And we'll get ready to take Toxic Goo. Alright, let's start it.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected.
I want to be as close as I can to get the extra damage from the, I believe it's the Gunslinger perks. Close enemies, Gorilla. I'm going to fire to get Bullet Shield going. You see my AP bar staying up? Now, it's not going to help with the glow, but once you get worn down to the your actual health bar, then it starts working. So it's keeping my health full, and it's keeping my AP full. So we're just about there. Okay. So I'm going to take Toxic Goo, switch to his torso. Alright, ran out of AP. Alright, a minute 12. Now that, the reason for the other Gaplas is because it's a little bit faster to switch than to reload. But while I was doing that, that's when I took my Toxic Goo to get my health back up, or my glow back up. And like I covered, the reason for that is while you have glow, you gain 50% bonus damage for 10 seconds upon getting hit. Also, the bonuses. My effects here. There's a few of them I took off. I usually keep Adrenal Reaction on, but because with this particular build we're not using Class Freak, I really needed to get rid of a lot of the negatives, like the minus Agility. I had Grounded on there, which gave me I think it was minus 50% energy weapon damage. But so Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, and Speed Demon. And I have 420 AP. So let's switch back to human and try out a little bit different setup. Alright, here we are, human again. So we've got Overeater's on instead now, because Overeater's is the best if you're not a ghoul. Same thing, agility through Hiker's limit breaking. Same weapons. Furious Rapid AP conductors on both of them. And then we're going to take the same stuff. Blight Soup, Company T. And where is that overdrive? I can't spell. There we go. And then we don't have to worry about toxic goo, so let's do this.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Still want to be close. I'll go over the cards in a minute here. Seem to be maintaining AP fairly well.
Warning, energy critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Minute 8. Alright. Well, it seems like, because as a human, I can have a higher AP pool than as a ghoul. Also, I can go unyielding. I don't really know if there's a way to go unyielding as a ghoul. So, it looks like, so far, without further testing, that at least for larger single-target enemies, bosses and whatnot, for the infinite vats, you're better off as a human. Now, I thought that the the additional damage cards, like you find it in here, glowing criticals. When your glow is high, gain a 50% bonus critical damage in VATS. I thought that would have made the difference in this weak point damage. So, but I guess I don't know. A minute 8 seconds. It was damn close though. So it didn't make that big of a difference. You know what I really should do is try out Earl as both. I probably should have recorded an Earl video as a ghoul before I switched back to human, because now I gotta pay, I haven't tried it yet, but what, 1,000 atoms to switch back? Oh, that'll be fun. But anyways, go over the cards with this one, sorry. Same as the ghoul for this one. Perception. I have more perception than I need. I got 12. So, I do have legendary perception on. So if you're on a team and you wanted to put taking one for the team on, that would be better. So you could probably get away with that. You don't need this much perception. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. I'd recommend concentrated fire. So for this particular thing, you don't really need awareness. And Green Thumb's just down there because I had room. So that's what I would recommend. Just 3 points to perception. Take legendary off. Endurance is where one major change is. So we got Life Giver, Bullet, Shield, Fireproof, Starch Jeans, but we could put Iron Stomach on, increase damage and energy resistance. Rank 3 of Ironclad and Thirst Quencher, and max AP based on endurance, well, not disease, and that's the big one. Strange in Numbers, Tenderizer, First Aid, Field Surgeon, Power User, batteries included. This is the same. I do like having the option as a ghoul. You can double dip Action Boy and Action Ghoul. That's 95% AP regeneration. So if you're not going for infinite AP and you just wanted to refresh fast, that's probably the way to go. I we're using Class Freak and Rank 2 of Bloody Mess in here since we can't equip faulty spots and glowing criticals. So it might be for all other enemies, like on the surface, you might be better off going as a ghoul. Because everything else that doesn't take quite as many hits is probably what you're going to want to do. And I'm still rocking the same effects. We're fully fed. The same mutations. But anyways, I'll probably make some more videos doing some more comparisons and stuff later. Now that things are starting to calm down around here. I'm not done with everything I got to do, but it is slowing down, so I should be able to start making a few more videos. I definitely need to make a reverse onslaught video with single shot, because I think that's going to be fun with the plasma caster and maybe the railway rifle. Anyways, take care. Have a good day.